Hello everyone, this is Griffin. I hope you guys like my fresh haircut. Yeah, this is a video for the guys. If you're a guy and you have shorter hair, this is a way to save money, and a big way I've saved a lot of money, especially a year ago when I wasn't working. Here is my hair cutter right here, right? Really basic clippers from any big box store, such as Walmart, Target, or at Amazon. Yeah, I'm using a basic Remington. I like the wired in product, with a wire. I don't want to deal with all the wireless BS, of like charging the battery and then one day the battery dies or can't hold a charge. So yeah, this thing, at Walmart literally only cost 22 to 25, 28 bucks or less. And believe it or not, Walmart on their hair cutting aisle, hair products, has even a new cheaper product. It is the lowest cost I've ever seen. It's like a Wall or a Remington product or like an Essentials product. It's literally clippers for like $10 to $12 to $18. So they literally have reduced the price even more. You guys, here's my little hair cutting story. Obviously, most of my life, I always went to the barber, right? I like to go to certain really nice, great cuts or super cuts, some really nice ones by the coast, or independent barber shops. I'm not really a big fan of sports clips, if you guys know what that is. I mean, I'm not really into sports, and I think it's kind of weird and corporate-y. Anyways, here's my story. I believe there should be different prices for a full-on men's haircut versus a buzz cut. A full-on men's haircut is when like you have a lot of hair, and imagine that you are a doctor or a lawyer or a politician, whatever, or an office, you're kind of, or a CEO, right? You're like really high white collar. That is where like really the barber has to use their skills, right? Like they have to wet your hair in a spray bottle, a comb. They have to use the scissors, whatever that's called, the hair cutting scissors, and it's actually like a real haircut. I believe that should be your normal haircut cost or a little bit more for like a true haircut that takes a bit. Honestly, I'm doing this at home. I really don't think that buzz cuts take that much skill or it's that hard. Let's be honest. I mean, it's just the clippers at the barber. So anyways, let me talk about the prices. I don't remember what they were when I was younger, but right, like haircuts used to be $10 or $12, $13 in the 90s. And then I remember being a teenager that haircuts, it was a big deal, right? A men's cut started becoming $15 or more. And then 2-3 years ago, like literally at most places, a men's cut is now like $18 for a men's haircut. And I wouldn't be surprised, I haven't been in a while, but I would not be surprised if a men's haircut is now 20 bucks or more. And I always tip, right? Like, if they do a decent job, I give a tip. So let me give you guys the math. If you want a basic men's haircut, that is around $18 to $20 baseline with a $3 tip in cash. That means that the haircut is $21 to $23. And if you especially like to have shorter hair or a clean, fresh cut all the time, I don't know how often that would be, but you might be going to the barbers like twice a month or at least once to twice a month, right? So, like once every 3 weeks, you are going twice a month. So that really adds up, especially when I was a poor person or minimum wage or not working. That's a freaking lot of money. Let me add the biggest thing here that I forgot to mention. This is point number 2, and this is the biggest thing. I'm a pretty chill, mellow guy. I believe I'm a friendly customer. I don't believe they were trying that hard. if you guys hear me out. I was paying my hard-earned money from minimum wage, and I wouldn't get a haircut this short. Like, I would get a 2 on the sides, or a 1.5 on the sides, and like a 3 or 4 and a 5 on top. Like a really basic medium haircut, longer than this. I really got sick and tired of going to these places, and they really weren't trying that hard. I mean, I felt like it was like, you're done. Like, they weren't edging my haircut. They weren't like double really heavily inspecting it and, you know, like doing edging, making it really sharp. I just got really sick of going to these places, and they really weren't trying hard. Like, I'm paying you my hard-earned money for this doesn't take that long, right? So that's like one day after a couple of these, like in a row, after about 2 to 3, I gone to 1 to 2 to 3 different places, and they really weren't trying that hard. Like, they were pretty lazy about it. I was like, screw this. I am like sick of this. I'm going to cut my own hair. So that's when I went to Walmart and I bought Remington. And so let me give you guys the pros and the cons of each one. Think of getting I want to talk about shorter hair. Because, you know, maybe like a fancy lawyer's haircut, you should go to a nice barber. But I'm talking about if you shave your head, or you do a 0 or a 1 or a 2 or a 3, going to the barber shop for getting a buzz cut is like convenience. You are paying for speed, and you're valuing your time, and you don't have to clean up the hair. They do, and they'll heavy blow dry your hair. Maybe they'll even wash your hair too, right? Like at some great clips or Supercuts, or whatever that Fantastic Sam's, they will wash your hair. So, unless you have a lot of money, you are paying for convenience. Let me give you guys the negatives of cutting your hair at home. I honestly believe that the first time you ever do it or two, it will be weird, right? I mean, I've gotten really used to it, but I agree that the first time you ever cut your hair at home, it will be pretty weird. Like, you know what I mean? The other negatives of cutting at home is it is hard to your neck. That is completely the hardest part about cutting your hair at home is your neck. You need to have a good mirror set up in your bathroom or somewhere else, like a handheld mirror, whatever, or have a family or a friend or loved one, you know, a family member help you. That is the hardest part, is the neck. You know, having a sharp-edged, good-looking neckline. The other negative is at cutting your hair at home is you can clog your shower drain with the hairs. So I really, I got sick of dealing with that. So I really recommend having a great blow dryer or a blow dryer and doing it outside. Like, I go outside in the backyard and I give a heavy with a rag or a dry washcloth, clean washcloth in the blow dryer. I get all that hair off me. Because if you don't get it off of you outside, you're going to have to go get it out of the shower floor and the shower drain later. So that's just one thing I really picked up. And yeah, obviously at home you have to pick up your own hair. So you do need a nice broom and dustpan or a nice little shop vac or vacuum, extended vacuum. Other than that, you guys, the savings really adds up. Imagine in a normal barber shop, you like to have short, clean hair. You gotta be paying $21 to $23 or more every haircut. Well, in one time it takes you to go get a haircut at a barber shop, that is honestly the price of a pair of clippers. With how cheap barber clippers are getting online or at Walmart, you literally in one time can pay for itself, but you will have to build up the skill at home. It's kind of like getting better at making food at home or making spaghetti at home. Anyways, you guys, sorry for yelling. I hope you found that interesting. If you like to have extremely short hair, I really believe cutting your own hair at home saves a lot of money. Thanks for watching.